For the last couple of days, we have been talking about square roots. So now we are going to move on and talk about cube roots. So our first problem here says each edge of a cube measures a feet long. The volume of the cube is 125 feet cubed. What is the measure of each edge of the cube? So if you think about it and remember back when we were finding volume of cubes or rectangular prisms, we just did length times width times height. Now, if this is a cube, that means that all three dimensions are the same exact value, and they told us it's A. So A times A times A. And they're telling us that that is going to equal 125. So they're all the same value. We're going to multiply the same number together and get 125. So we have to guess and check. So if you have to multiply three numbers together, you better start small because when you're multiplying, they get big pretty quickly. So I'm going to start with 2. 2 times 2 times 2. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So definitely have to go bigger than that. So let's try 6. 6 times 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36, and then I have to multiply that by 6. So I get 216. So 6 is too much. So let's try 4. 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 times 4 is 64. So bigger than 4. So now we've narrowed it down. It's got to be between 4 and 6. So our only option is 5. So 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25, and 25 times 5 would be 125. So what is each edge of the cube? Each edge of the cube is 5 feet. Now we have to solve a cubed equals 125. Well, if you look back here, if we were to put these three a's together, we would have a cubed. So we're actually doing the same problem here, but I wanted to show you how to cancel it out. So this is kind of like an upside down t problem where we solve for a variable, and if we were multiplying, we would divide, and if we were adding, we would subtract, and so on. But since we have a cube here, the third exponent, we have to actually take the cube root, what is called the cube root. So that is, it looks like a square root, except for it has a little 3 out front. So if I do that to one side, I have to do it to the other. So basically, the cubed root and the cubed cancel out, and we have our a value. And then over here, that's what's called the cube root of 125. So it's a guess and check. What can you multiply by itself 3 times to get 125? And we just talked about that with the problem before. The answer was 5. Next, I have y cubed equals 8. So same thing here. I have to cancel that cubed, so I'm going to take the cubed root of both sides. So the cubed root and the cube cancel, and just y is left. And then I have 8, the cube root of 8. What times itself 3 times is going to give me 8. So guess and check, 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 would be 8. So our answer here is we multiply 2 3 times together to get our 8. All right. A cube has a volume of 216 centimeters cubed. What is the area of the base of the cube? So they're not asking us what is just one side of the cube. They want to know what the area of the base is. So first of all, we do need to know what the side is. So if the volume is 216, we have to take the cubed root of 216. So guess and check. I think if we go back up here, when I was guessing and checking all of that, I wrote 215. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. So this answer here would be a 6. So if I had a cube, length, width, and height are all 6. And they want to know what the area of the base is. Well, the base is down here at the bottom. It is 6 by 6, so I would do 6 times 6, which is 36, and we are talking about centimeters, and we're finding area, so that gets squared. So we do have to find the length of the side, then we have to use that information to actually find out what the area is.